If you've been paying any attention to on-chain gaming over the last year or so, you know that Parallel has been cooking. Parallel trading card game and the associated Echelon Foundation. Is it Echelon or Echelon? I think it's Echelon. They've been making a ton of waves. It has been probably like one of the most hyped games in the entire crypto space. I mean, if I think about what games have gotten the most attention, Shrapnel has gotten a lot of hype. Parallel, Axie, always, Pixels in particular, probably, but Parallel is definitely in there. It's in that like top 3 to top 5 most hyped games. And some of that has to do with the assets going crazy. The Prime token is way up. Card prices have held pretty high. Planetfall packs have sold like crazy, so more primary sales are happening. Avatar NFTs for the upcoming Colony game have been up only for a while. Haven't looked lately, but it's been above an ETH for a long time. I think it's still there unless it went back down when I wasn't looking. So Parallel is a hugely ambitious game. So far, they have walked the walk. While their player base sticks around what seems to be maybe 1,000 monthly players, they have developed the community. They've cultivated content creators. They've done a lot of partnerships with Hearthstone creators. I mean, there was someone who I'm not too familiar with, but I think they're a pretty well-established Hearthstone pro, Tyler OOTD, was playing Parallel for like 8 hours with hundreds of viewers the other day. So lots of good stuff. But I've been wondering when's the next big update, because it did feel like at one point they were shipping a lot of these things, like they added in battle passes and a variety of new cosmetics, and then they launched Planetfall, and they've been dropping these season pass cards, and they've done a good job of getting this system going. But then it was like, okay, now it's been what, 5, 6, 7, 8 months of battle pass. What's the next thing? You know, like they're teasing towards Colony, their AI 1.5 player base building game, which I'm actually not super excited for, but that's something we can talk about in a different video. I got to do a video talking about Colony and explaining why I'm not too excited about it, even though a lot of people are really hyped. I'll make a note of that. Mental note, do another video later this week, talk about Colony. But that's been teased, but I've been wondering, okay, aside from Colony, what's up? Parallel TCG, what's next? So, tournament mode is next, and it just came out. I think yesterday was the first day. And I gotta say, it is surprisingly good. Parallel's in-app tournament mode. So, of course, there's been Parallel tournaments. I actually got my start in Parallel when I was guesting on Muka's stream, and I got second place in a tournament randomly. I just got really lucky, to be honest. So they've been around, but they haven't been in the game, in the app, and that is now a thing. So let me show you. This is exactly what it looks like. I tried one on stream yesterday. I'm not going to cut to the clip. I'm just going to show here because I have to mute it. I was listening to some music, so YouTube's not going to like that. But you can see this is what the tournament overlay looks like in the game. You can see the chat over here. We can go full screen. You can see the chat. I'm sorry, not the chat. The timer is right here in the bottom right. You got this prize structure. All these packs are virtual, not NFT packs. This is a virtual tournament, so no entry fee, and the prizes are all virtual. But there is a title and another tournament ticket of some other kind of tournament for first place. But yeah, you know, a nice free roll. You got the bracket, you got the matchups, and I ended up making it to semifinals. And then I got beaten by Jeremy. Well played, Jeremy. GG's. It was a good match. This is what it looks like in the game. It looks exactly the same as if you're playing any other ranked match, except you got the timer below them and above where my Paragon would be. You got the timers, and I like this chess clock alongside the turn timer. So you have an additional time limit. That way the game can't run so absurdly long that the tournament gets delayed by hours. This is actually a really good feature. We've seen this in Champions, where if like one game goes long out of 16 different matchups, then the other 15 matchups, the other 30 players are all sitting waiting for the one match to finish. So having a chess timer for the overall round time is actually pretty good. Rounds are best of one, and in between rounds, you do have to wait. So I finished this first game pretty quickly, and I actually pulled up Goon Wars because I was waiting. So you can see down here in the bottom right, the timer says 17 minutes until next round. It ended up happening faster, but yeah, I was literally playing Goon Wars in the browser, just kind of chilling, waiting for the match to end. But yeah, in the end, I ended up losing to Jeremy. This is what it looks like when you exit the tournament. You get your prize summary. I got one apparition pack, experience, which I don't know what that is for, and you can just kind of see your things. So it's a really, really well done feature. Honestly, I'm very impressed. I think the user interface and the user experience are fantastic, which is really good because we all know Parallel's gameplay is a little tough to watch right now. The cards, are, like the stats and the text, are kind of hard to see. The UI needs a lot of work in that aspect. So it is great that tournaments have such good UI. Shows that they're probably paying a lot more attention to that now. Of course, we're still waiting. When is the update coming that's going to make the game easier to watch on stream? The stream visibility update. When is that coming? I can't wait for that. But talking a little more about tournaments, I would say tournaments are in a game, like in a trading card game. If it's in the app, I feel like tournaments are basically a premium feature. It adds a ton of value to the players. It makes them have a lot of fun that they otherwise couldn't have. It doesn't make them have fun, force them to have fun. I mean, it enables them to have fun. It like adds a lot more opportunity to have fun. When you're grinding in the ladder, a tournament can be a nice change of pace because the queue is just one match after the next, on, and like, you know, the tournament experience is a little bit different. It's kind of sad more games don't do it. I mean, if you look at like online poker, sit and goes are standard. Every online poker site has what's called a sit and go, which is a tournament on demand. And I'm kind of confused, like, why don't card games have this? I guess, I don't know. It's like hard to build that feature. I don't know. Like, why does every poker site have it, but card games don't? I guess it's because poker sites make money running those tournaments, whereas card games don't see it as like a profit opportunity. But I mean, if nothing else, drafts can definitely be sit and go style. Not that every game has drafts. Parallel doesn't have drafts yet, but drafts could definitely be sit and goes. Even just ranked style, constructed 1v1. Having in-game tournaments is huge. So I think Parallel is doing a great thing, and I think these premium features are really needed for games to establish themselves and to be more competitive. Like, if you got a card game, you really need some kind of premium features that you can, like, use to get people interested. Oh, our game has tournaments in the app. Or another example, sadly, is spectate mode. Many card games have no spectating. I'm pretty sure Hearthstone and Magic Arena to this day don't have spectating. You can't just like spectate your friend's match. It's so bizarre. So tournaments, spectator mode, any of these things that card games have traditionally left out are opportunities for these newer games and these on-chain games to get a competitive edge. So I think Parallel's on the right track, adding these kind of premium style features, and they really need to add spectate mode as well, I think. Let's keep adding these, because that's what you're going to want, like, to make your game more competitive. We've seen one of my partner games, Champions TCG, with the in-game tournaments and the spectate mode and the arena mode and constructed and the esports, like, daily tournaments. Like, when you have a lot of that stuff, it's really helpful to get people interested in your game. It's definitely worked out for Champions. So, yeah, tournament mode for Parallel, big dub, really nice feature. Next question, when are there going to be some high-stakes tournaments? These are the free virtual tournaments. High-stakes tournaments, when? Those will be really interesting. All right, guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Flux signing out.